Good morning. My name is Les Litwin. I'm the Technical Sales Director of Antrica. Today I wanted to show you the video management software which we use with a thermal and video camera that we're now selling, which is designed to be used as a temperature alarm alert. So basically when temperatures of certain objects are above or within a certain temperature range, the software will alert you and trigger an alarm or an event. So let me just show you some of the basics of this software. So the first thing is we have something called a live view. This can be displayed in any way from a single camera. So here we have full screen. We can do two cameras side by side, four cameras, and a whole range of other options which are here at the top of the screen. And at the moment I only have one camera installed, and I'm monitoring. As you can see in the center of the picture, there is one of our encoders which is registering a temperature of 32 degrees centigrade, and it's getting, obviously it's quite warm. To the right here we're monitoring an Ethernet switch which is not getting hot at all. In fact, it's running somewhere around 22 to 26 degrees. So this is just a very basic overview. So as I say, top, you've got all these different display options. Then that's what we call live view. Then we have map view, and in map view you can actually upload a JPEG image of your facility or your factory or whatever it is, whether it's a power station, doesn't matter, JPEG image. And then if you have multiple cameras, you locate these cameras wherever you wish. I've only got one camera which I'm going to put in this supposed dining room. If you double click on the camera, it will actually show it's live, or if you right click, it will show you its IP address. So you can populate this JPEG with a number of cameras. As I say, at the moment I only have one. And then finally we have something called a temperature view. Now this is used where you would like an operator to only look at temperatures and check that they're within specification. So if they're within specification, the screen is effectively a bluey green color, and if they reach certain predetermined criteria, the screen will go yellow or red. So yellow is like a warning and red is critical. So this allows operators, particularly when you've got a grid like this allows operators to effectively see what's happening with all their temperatures around the facility. So that's what we call temperature view. So you have three views: live view, map view, and temperature view. So let's go back to live view and let me put in full screen mode so that you can see it more clearly. So as you can see, I have already predetermined two zones. So there's this zone in the middle, which is 33.2 degrees, and this zone just off to the right. And the way you set these up is in the top right hand corner here you have a setup menu. So let's open that up. So let me just run through this setup menu and the features that it has. So the first thing is camera. So we can discover cameras. We can basically go on our network, click search, and the software will go and find all of the cameras which are on our network. So it's just running through that. So it's already, because we've already added this camera, it hasn't found this particular one, so it only finds new cameras. The next thing is thermal event. So this is where you determine what areas or which areas you would like to set up. We call them regions of interest, ROI. So if you want to add another region of interest, you click this little button called add, and then using the crosshairs you determine another region of interest. So I'm going to set it up here in the where the television is, and you can actually click on that and it will populate the warning temperature, the danger temperature, and the maximum temperature. And you can decide what alarms you wish to sound once you hit those particular temperatures. So if you want to sound an alarm when we hit 35 degrees in this particular region of interest, you would tick this box, sound alarm. You can display an alarm, or you can actually have a pop-up window. Pop-up window is exactly as it says. A window will pop up and say there's a temperature alert, warning, danger, etc. And then you just click apply, and then that will apply that region of interest with those temperature criteria. Storage is just, you determine here, you can add a disk and decide where you're going to store the recordings. Now, you have an option as to record permanently or only record on alerts. So if you hit certain temperatures, then you start recording. So in this recording, I've got camera 1. It's selected on event only. So effectively, each time we hit one of these thermal events, so as I say, warning or danger, the system will start to record the video and the temperatures from that particular event. User is very simply multi-user access. You can have people that can only view, you can have people who can set up, and you can have people who can search, and you can choose what privileges you give each of these users. And then finally, in general, this is where you upload the JPEG image of your map. So if you want a map of your factory, you create a JPEG of that layout, and you just upload it, find it, and apply it. So it's a very simple setup. As I say, cameras can be found or they can be added manually. If you know the IP address and all the other details, you can actually do that manually. So this will tell you the streaming port. So basically this camera is an RTSP camera, but it is also an ONVIF compliant camera. So it will stream to any ONVIF recording system or viewing system. And that's pretty much it. That's how this software works, is that it's designed as a multi-camera system to find out what's happening. Now, one of the best features of this this product is that in live view you have various display modes. So you can actually display only the thermal information. So here you can see the thermal camera that's built into this product is obviously a low resolution camera, but it's designed to pick up heat. But you can't really see what's going on in the background because it's just a red blob with a bit of green in it. So what you can do is overlay a high resolution camera, and that now shows you what the object is behind that thermal. So the red and green here is being generated by the thermal camera, and all the other images are effectively being generated by a second high definition traditional camera. Both of those images are streamed to this software, and the software can then overlay them or display them individually. So obviously you can actually choose the visual mode only. So there you go. And you can still see the temperature in these little boxes, which are regions of interest. So let's just go back to overlay. So that's it. This is the new Antrica camera with high definition video and thermal imaging information combined, and the applications are for factories and buildings where you're monitoring temperature hotspots. Excuse me. So that's it.